What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Morning Movie Chat. I am your host, Trinity. Thank you all so much for being here today. I greatly appreciate any time that you guys show up to hear me flap my gums for, about an hour here in the mornings talking about, movies, TV shows, and occasionally I do talk about comic books and that's just how. I guess that's just how it is. I hope you're all having a very good morning this morning. Like I said, if you'd like, if this is your first time here, make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell, and all that little good stuff that YouTube tells me to tell you to do, so Hydra doesn't end up burying me in that YouTube algorithm. Man, it's gonna be a good night tonight, folks, on the Trailer Park Live. So that's one of the reasons I'm saying that if you're not already, to make sure you have those notifications turned on, because tonight we're gonna get live here at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you have those notifications on. If not, check your local listings so you can see when we will be live, because we're gonna have quite a night tonight. Got quite a bit of things going on this week. Yeah, just quite a bit of things going on. That's really all I'm going to leave that at. Got plenty of things to talking about tonight. We're going to have a great guest on the show with Snow Dub Music and Entertainment. So I honestly can't wait for it, guys. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good one. I believe Myrtle is going to be here in the studio, and we're going to talk about a whole lot of fun things tonight. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, in case you didn't already know, today we did get episode 4. Is it episode 4? Episode 5. Episode 5 of The Mandalorian. Man, see, that's how fast it's going. Episode 5 of The Mandalorian, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. No spoilers. No spoilers or anything. You don't have to worry about anything like that. I do my best not to spoil things when it comes to these things. And, if you're in the live chat, please, if you've already watched it, do not spoil the show for anybody else who has not seen it, because there are people out there whose lives don't revolve around watching these silly TV shows and being on YouTube 24/7. Now, I'm personally not one of them, but hey, you know, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But seriously, there's plenty of people out there who haven't had a chance to watch it. People who are probably, maybe somebody's at work and they're listening in and maybe watching the chat, anything like that. So, please be aware of others and be respectful of others in that sense. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get in and talk to it. I see we got a few people here watching already. Wookiee Supremacy, good morning. How are you doing? It says good morning, true believers. You know what? I guess I beat out the Filipina girl this morning. I'm, you know what? I'm gonna have a sip of coffee and give myself a pat on the back. All right. Wookie says Excelsior. Already watched it. Nice, nice. He says I came prepared this time. Yeah. Well, here on the morning movie chat, I don't really want to really spoil it anyway. Like I said, there are people out there who probably other people who probably haven't out there who haven't seen it yet. Aggressively relaxing says I've started my own Star Wars fan group. It's called Jedi Always Carry Khaki Outfits Forever Friends. That's funny because you know what it seems like. It seems like if it's not the Jedi carrying khaki outfits, it's Mandalorians carrying around welder's gloves. Oh, aggressively relaxing. So good to have you here this morning. And aggressively, I need to get with you once again so we can get something together, work something together, so I can get you featured here on my channel. I want to do that for you here very soon. Lou, good day. How are you doing? He says I can't listen to any spoilers. My brother's asked me to wait. Okay, yeah, no problem. I was gonna say we're not gonna talk spoilers here anyway, so it's not gonna be the end of your day. Trust me on that. Wookiee Supremacy says she's not live yet. Awesome, awesome. Well, while I have you here and I have you as a captive audience, we'll go ahead and get into it. So yeah, we did get episode 5 of The Mandalorian. Once again, I thought this episode, man, I don't know, it was good. It was good. I get, the thing is it's not one of those action-packed episodes where we're seeing a whole lot of stuff. It's not the really exciting stuff happened in the last 2 episodes with like all the action and some really great build up and everything. And this one right here seemed like it kind of slowed it down a little bit while also giving us quite a bit more. We did see quite a bit as we went into some very familiar places, seen a lot of familiar faces. Well, kind of. I mean, sand people count as familiar faces, right? I mean, they. Kind of, and I'm glad. We seen some confrontations in this movie in this episode as well, and I'm glad that things ended the way they did, and that things during that confrontation went the way they did. I would hate to have to watch more of those. Oh my God, the Mandalorian is SJW videos. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to have to see any of those or any of them that say like any of that kind of clickbaity stuff out there, man. I'm sure glad that things went the way they did. But also, we got more Baby Yoda, right? Aren't we all happy about that? I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that aren't happy about Baby Yoda. And I'm not sure what your problem is, pal. But you know what? Baby Yoda. All right? And I even posted the other day actually on Twitter, y'all can fight over Baby Yoda all you want. I'm more waiting for Baby Thanos. Yeah, I'm waiting for Baby Thanos. That's all I'm waiting for. Okay? And not cuz I'm waiting to see Cosmic Ghost Rider or anything, but that would be kind of funny. So yeah, we did see that. We also see, like I said, we got more Baby Yoda, but what we also got at the same time was we got Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons came into the episode and babysat Baby Yoda, and it was it was so great. One thing I do have to say though is Richard Simmons actually had these droids working for him. And I'm telling you, these droids, we seen these droids before, and the CGI on them it looked kind of unpolished. You know what I mean? It looked really fake. It looked really bad. It looked like I don't know. Wasn't dare I say the CG was, I don't know, it just didn't look very good here. But I mean, obviously we know the droids, we know they're fake and all that stuff anyway. But like, I don't know. I think they could have took it a little bit further with some of that to make the droids look a little bit better in this episode. Once again, I gotta say, something that a lot of people have, I haven't heard a whole lot of it lately anymore, but at this point, I'm kind of glad that the episodes are only like half hour long. That seems to work. I like to see that. I want to see more of these half hour episodes. They just work out better because I think like the first episode suffers from it for being longer for many different reasons. Aside from the pacing of it, but the fact that it kind of throws the pacing of the whole series off at that point. And then I believe the last episode was a little bit longer too. Now that one almost seemed like it was not long enough just due to what was going on, but also because of some of everything they tried to do in there, which actually ties back into the pacing of the overall series, which starts back at the first episode. And Lou, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I really greatly appreciate that, guys. Let's see. Lou here says, "Always great stuff, mate. Take care, everyone." Well, you have a great day as well, Lou. Thank you once again for your donation, man. I greatly appreciate that. You've been very generous. This past week, man. And seriously, get a hold of me, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, get a hold of me, let me know if there's something that you want me to cover. If there's something very specific, Lou, I'd like to do that for you, for being so great and generous. And so, yeah, the thing here is God, I can't even remember where I was. See that? So people's generosity got me all tied up here. But yeah, I think the pacing overall kind of suffers for that first episode, and then I think it just kind of affects what the last episode was, which kind of affects this episode. This episode was once again, I'm sure I can't wait to see more of it, because I'm sure we're probably going to see more people talking about this episode like, it wasn't that great. Because you know what? This one was directed by Dave Filoni once again, And there's Dave Filoni haters out there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I get it. Hey, you're entitled to your opinions. Everybody totally is. It's all good. I get it. I get it. But I can guarantee you there's going to be people out there saying the same thing about this because Dave Filoni directed this episode. But, I got to say, this episode was quite a step up from the first episode that he directed. I do think it was a lot better. To me, I think the pacing of this episode was better than it was in the first episode that he directed, which was the first episode. I think it was better in that sense. Now that's not to say that any of the other things where he kind of falters in his direction were really taken care of here, though. At all, I think just the pacing of this episode got better, but I think that's partially due to the fact that it's just a half hour and not 45 minutes. So, I mean, there is that. There's a little bit of give and take here. But altogether, I thought the episode was really good. Not a whole lot of action. A little bit more world building here, getting introduced to some new characters as we see that not everybody is completely aware of what the Mandalorian has done, but we see other people that are, So there's just, I don't know, just some of those different kind of things out there going on out there, and just a lot of, I don't know, a lot of cool stuff in this episode. And this episode was titled "The Gunslinger," so hey, obviously they're really embracing that whole the whole spaghetti western thing and all that stuff. They're really, I mean, they've been embracing it from the beginning, but I mean, here we see that they're definitely taking it with an episode called The Gunslinger. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see, Pert Minded, what's up, my brother? How you doing this morning? um Wookiee Supremacy says, I keep liking it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Mandalorian episodes have been really good. I've quite enjoyed every single one of them. This is to me, this is the kind of Star Wars that it needed to be. This is the kind of episode it needed to be. Especially for all the shortcomings that Disney has had since they've had the Star Wars franchise. A lot of people have been very highly critical of them and what they've done with it. And hey, man, hey, cool. I get it. Like me, I don't really, I'm somewhat of a normie fan. I mean, I grew up with most of this stuff, but I'm invested in the movies and like this show, like The Mandalorian. I'm not in with like the whole EU community and all that stuff. I just don't. I don't know enough about that. Or anything like that, but there are certainly plenty of people out there who do. So, like I said, I get it. Hey, I get it, but I've really liked these episodes as well. I'm True Skill says, I'm working on that upload for Doom issue 3, Doom, two-piece Mephisto in the comic. Nice, nice. Yeah, we'll have to check that out, man. And like I said, I still haven't even read issue 1. I need to read that issue 1 and then go check out issue 2 and 3. But man, yeah, and you guys, if you haven't checked out I Am True Skills, go check out his channel. He's got he covers a lot of comic books and things like that over there. You should definitely go check out his channel, and he's actually pretty good. I know he kind of maybe has some doubts. Like I think he was saying yesterday or the day before about his audio and everything. I'm telling you guys, when it comes to the content, when you have somebody that you like who is good either on camera or just good at speaking altogether, it doesn't, like, the audio quality doesn't matter as much as long as it's not all like really bad sounding. That's what you don't want is bad sounding. It don't have to be good or great. It's just as long as it's decent is what counts. As long as it's not bad, because that's what ultimately counts is when you get bad sounding equipment. Like, for example, and I'm not saying anything bad about this channel, but Jody's Corner. Okay, you guys know Fatal J here. That I interact with a lot. He's a good friend here of the channel. But Fatal J, we interact with him on the Dark Council. He is part of the Dark Council, on a show that used to be called Some Black Guys and a Drunk that we do over on Drunk 3PO's channel. He introduced me to this channel called Jody's Corner. He's a really huge fan of. But he's like, oh, you guys should go check him out. So, I went and checked out his channel, and I was like, oh, man, like, he's all good, but man, everything's all kind of janky in his videos. The audio is kind of off, and like some of these kinds of things. And what I didn't realize at the time, and Fatal J's like, no, man, like, no, it's all good. What was going on at the time? I don't know. It was probably a week or so, 2 weeks there when I caught some of the videos and everything, and I was seeing them. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. He was moving studios? He moved from one place to another, and that's what was going on. So the audio was like those few videos that I watched during that time. Like the audio was bad. I was like, oh no. That's what you don't want. You don't want the bad audio. You know what I mean? You don't want bad audio because like it was clipping. It was really loud. It was just all kind of jacked up. And like I said, not saying anything bad about Jody's Corner because I have since been I've been subscribed to his channel, but I've since gone back and watched some of his videos, and I'm like, okay, like everything's settled down. They're in their studio. It's all good. Their audio quality has gotten back. It's back up there. It's where it should be, not like what it was during that time when they were moving and transitioning. And hey, I get that because you know what, audio is very important, and that's why I say, like, as long as you have decent audio, that's fine. You just don't want bad audio. That's what you don't want. But yeah, guys, go check out I Am True Skills. A good up and coming guy here in the comic book community. You can tell he loves his comic books. Aggressively Relaxing says, I want you to do a voice on my show. It's a frustrated doctor in the Marvel universe that is mad that nothing makes sense. I could do that. Aggressively Relaxing. I could do that. You can send me if you have like a script or something you want to send me, or anything, just kind of some ideas. I could work something up for you, definitely. Wookiee Supremacy says these settings were We're little too exactly the same. Same table in the same boat on the same planet. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah. Lou says, can't do it. Sorry, they asked me not to look at any plot points. I usually like to. Oh, okay, no problem, Lou. It's all good, brother. It's all good. Wookie Supremacy says, not boat, bar. Bar. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. I knew what you were saying there, Wookie. Good morning, Tommy. How you doing? The hardest working moderator on YouTube. And Tommy, I've got a package I've got to get sent out to you. Aggressively relaxing says, she's a loser. She's a loser and a boozer, but now she is in the Star Wars universe. Wookiee Supremacy says the opening kicked ass. Yeah, I like that opening. I do like the opening as well on the show. Now the thing is like I kind of feel like it's one of those things you see and you're like, oh, these days with the CG and stuff, all the computer graphics, they should be able to make this look a little bit better. But you got to think that it's supposed to also be at a time just kind of like when the original trilogy was too. After war, after after the fall of the Empire and all that stuff, things are supposed to look more beat down. Things are supposed to not look as good. The technology's not supposed to look as great. And I thought they actually did pretty decent with that because at first I was looking, I was like, come on, man, and I was like, well, that's what they did in the original trilogy though, and it kind of followed that. So that was a good thing. But yeah, I did like the opening. Although I gotta say his one liner there at the beginning, it just seemed too cheesy. It was cheesy. But cheese isn't a bad thing. Cheese isn't a bad thing, but it was just a little bit too cheesy, like that's my line. Like, come on, man. Come on. And let's see. But yeah, it was a great morning. Lou says, Tommy just stopping by to drop some support. Take it easy, man. Well, you have a good day, Lou, man. Have a good one, man. Always great to see you here. Tommy says, um, oh, okay, yeah. Tommy's doing his my thing, Thanks a lot, Tommy. I appreciate that. Um, Wookiee Supremacy says Strangers with Candy is a hilarious series. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I'm not sure what that is. He says besides all the best performers and musicians and artists are real effing high on tracks. That's funny. That's funny. Tommy says, woke. Oh God, it's woke. Trinity, help us. Second Street Marvel, you're our only hope. Wookiee Supremacy says the big action happens before the title screen. Yeah, it does. Yeah, for the most part, it really does. Everything else is just kind of slowed down, kind of rebuilding us. Kind of getting ready to transition us into that third act of the series, if you will, as far as everything here is concerned. Because God, what is this, episode 5? I mean, basically, episode 6 will mark my pretty much the ending of Act 2, and then take us into Act 3. It's going to be that that transitional sort of episode. So, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. I really did like this episode. Let's see. Wookiee Supremacy says the Force is religion. Fatal is good people. Yeah, Fatal. Yeah, Fatal's a cool dude, man. I like Fatal. Now, in case you guys don't know, I also really big fan of LB, the Lonely Banter, and these guys, they don't necessarily get along the best, but hey, man, I get along with both of them. They're both good dudes, and that's the beauty of the world is we don't all have to be friends, and we can have friends that some of our friends aren't other friends with. For most of us, some people are not grown up enough out there to let that happen, but hey, I'm not that worried about it. But yeah, Fatal's a good dude, man. I like Fatal J, man. He's a good guy. Aggressively relaxing says, in one Doctor Doom's death, she was wearing cargo pants. Poor little feller. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, cargo pants. Hey, I like cargo pants. I wear cargo pants all the time, man. There's nothing wrong with cargo pants. But actually, more I wear cargo shorts more than anything. Maybe it's just the Philip Anselmo and Pantera fan in me. I don't know. um, I've also got some of those. What do they call it? What do they call them? Jorts, jean shorts. Yeah, I got some jean shorts too, bruh. Yeah, man, I'm totally '90s, bro. I'm totally '90s. Totally '90s. That was my teenage years, So hey, what can I say? Um, Wookie Supremacy says, uploaded a new video today. Want to see what you can do with crappy equipment? I go I go full potato on my channel. All right, we'll have to check that out. If you guys aren't already subbed to Wookie Supremacy, go check him out. Check out his videos, and man, am I even subbed to you, Wookie? I gotta see. Wookie, drop your link there in the description. I think I am, but I might not be, because I don't know that I've seen your videos coming across my news feed. So yeah, drop your link there in the description, and I'll make sure I get that taken care of. Let's see, United Comics Universe. Good morning, my brother. How are you doing? I hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. Um, let's see. And United Comics says, "Good morning, everyone. We are comics. Yes, the United Comics Universe. Definitely." Definitely. Aggressively relaxed says, I'm literally looking for a worse camera to make more found footage episodes from the first and only channel that talks about Star Wars. Reaction video for the trailer for Return of the Jedi incoming. Well, aggressively relaxing. I have like an old school like 8mm little 8mm like camcorder thing. I've got one of those. Takes the little tapes and everything. I've got one of those. So let me know. Let me know. The Wookiee Supremacy says, some of my friends are total dicks, but they're still my friends. Oh yeah, totally, totally, yeah. I get you. I mean, that's you know what's funny is I'm the same way. Some of my friends are total dicks, and sometimes maybe it's me. But the funny thing is just like how that works out too. Like I see some of my friends who are total dicks, or sometimes they were total dicks. Especially back in the day and stuff. And now you get on the internet, and man, they're just so I try to keep it PG here on the morning show, guys. They're just so damn sensitive. They're just so damn sensitive. I'm like, bro, you used to be like a jerk, man. You used to be a dick, and now like you're all sensitive because somebody disagrees with something that you said on Facebook. All right, bro. All right. Good on you, I guess. Um, Let's see. Tommy says, aggressively relaxing. I wish I could get a regular camera. Tired of using my phone for everything. Yeah, you know what? And that's why I end up getting the camera that I've got. I've got a Sony A5100. I got it mostly so I could do videos like here for the channel, but also so I could do photos with it too, because I wanted something that would do a little bit of both. And the Sony A5100 was affordable at the time when I got it last Christmas. It was a decent price, and just everything that kind of came with it. And now I'm already thinking like what I would like to do is maybe that's my next year's goal. If I can get monetized by the end of this year, and with the help of you guys, maybe my Patreon supporters, would be great to get that Sony A5100, because that's a bad, or is it no A60 is it 6500? A6100, A65. I think it's a 6500. That's a nice damn camera. That's the same. And it's basically like the one I've got, but it's a step up where it's a little bit better quality, and it does better things like mine. Like I'm not sure that mine is ideal for streaming, where that one is going to be a lot better for it, because mine has problems with like overheating issues and stuff like that. But again, that's stuff that can be that can be like bypassed as well. Just different tips and tricks out there to do things. But yeah, maybe that's something I'll look forward to. Maybe over the next year, and then maybe get going into 2021. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll be like a goal that we have here at the channel. But yeah, other than that, got plenty of stuff. But yeah, but yeah, I know what you're saying. You like using your phone for everything, man. Like that does get old. I know like one of my friends, he actually has an iPod, that he uses, so he don't. I'm like, dude, he got an iPhone. I'm like, you got your phone right there. He's like, man, I don't like to do that. Use it for my phone and my. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess if you don't want to do that, hey, good on you. But me, like, that's kind of why I got into the iPhones, is because I could have my music on there and I could have my phone right there in one. And nowadays you can take your photos and do your pictures, and you can do everything with it. But yeah, it's not too bad. Um, Everyone has a Lando. United Comics Universe says, I am doing good now. I get to live chat with great people. How are you doing, Tommy? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun to get on live shows and stuff like that. That's the one bad thing about live streams, is especially like really like longer ones, is it's great to be there live and experience it live, so you can talk with the person live and who's on camera, unless they're one of those people out there who only respond to super chats out there. And I'm not saying, there's some channels you go to, they got hundreds of viewers in there, so it'd be hard for them to go through and really pay attention to the chat. But there are some guys out there I see who don't have, like, they're, you don't see their chat blowing up, and all they respond to are the super chats. Like, come on guys, come on. Like, it's okay to read other people's chats out there. You're reading them anyway. You're reading them anyway. But me, I greatly appreciate anybody who, like, I don't, just do the highlight message. You can see I do my best to pay attention to all of you, except for the times when I have somebody here on the channel where we are talking about something and, doing like one of those interviewish kind of things. Like, we've had Stevie J's reviews on here. When he comes on, we're usually just talking about movies and stuff, not really paying attention so much to the chat. Like when I had Young Ripper 59 on here, we're just sitting here talking to each other more than really necessarily paying to the chat as much, because at that point, you guys are really, you're in there having a good conversation. We've had other great people here on the show as well. Like I said, tonight we're gonna have Snow Dub on Trailer Park Live. We've had LB on here. We've had Mads Mama Bear on here. We've had who I need to get on here is Greg Brewer. Yeah, I need to get Greg on here from Fanzine, because I was like on one of his first live streams, and I was really appreciative of that. And he's a good dude, and I need to get him on here one of these days. But I understand he probably has a job and all that kind of stuff. He's probably working right now. But you know what, Greg? Fanzine, my brother, we're gonna get you on the show soon. We will get you on the show soon. But yeah, that's what's nice about being here in the lives. You get to interact with people, and that's why I've been trying to keep my lives a little bit shorter. Like here on the morning movie chat, like yesterday, we went for just, I think, right about an hour yesterday, and the day before we only went for about a half hour. Today I'm going to try to keep a little bit shorter, because I got a lot of things going on today. Aside from having the Trailer Park Live tonight, I've got to take my kids in for their karate photos. We got that scheduled at 3:20, and normally I'm still working at that time on a Friday, but my wife has to get to work, and she's doing some overtime and everything. The holidays, you got to love it, man. And plus, she's getting overtime. And where she works at, the overtime, man, that's some good overtime, if you know what I'm saying. But not only that, but just to get things ready for the Trailer Park Live. But just a whole lot of other stuff. I'm going to be out there working, busy today, hustling. Actually, I'll show you guys. Yeah, be taking these things out right here. Yeah, check that out. Yeah. Yeah, you like that, huh? You like that gift basket? I made that all myself. I did. Yeah, I put the little stuffing in there, put all the products in there. I wrapped this thing in the cellophane. I put this on here. You know what I didn't get on here though is a bow. You know why? Because Bo knows that UPS isn't always reliable. So yeah, I got plenty of gift baskets, and that's probably what I'm gonna do this weekend as well. Be setting my canopy up out on this. We're not here to talk about my business, are we? I don't know. But like I said, like if you like those gift baskets and want something like that, you can always follow the links down in the description, where you can go and follow, check out the Peanut Peddler. That is the online. That's my business name, but that's also where it sends you to the corporate website, where you can go to my mini store and you can order all kinds of goodies for your loved ones. Have them shipped anywhere in the United States. I'm not sure if they do Canada and Mexico. I don't know. You have to check into that for those kinds of things. But yeah, very good stuff. And this isn't like your average snacks that you find at the store. Like, I'll take the Pepsi Challenge with that stuff. These are the best snacks. These are fresh. Like, people that try them, a lot of people always ask me, they're like, hey, what's the difference between these and what I get at the store? Just open a bag, try some, and you'll be like, oh, okay. People have tried our Bitto Honeys, and they're like, oh, wow, these aren't as hard as a brick. And things like that. Even like our trail mixes and stuff like that. The nuts, they're really great. They're really fresh, higher grade than you can find in the store. Anyway, guys. So yeah, okay, let's get into it here. Who else we got here? We got aggressively relaxing says, sure we can wear cargo pants, but this is Dr. Doom. Hey man, Dr. Doom's not against looking casual and practical at the same time. Wookiee Supremacy says, I'm not a mod. A mod? Oh. What do you mean? Like, Like one of those things. I can't drop any links. Oh, I was gonna say you should be. I was gonna say you should be able to drop it in there, and then one of the mods um, can always approve it as well. But yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, I forgot because I do have that. I do have that on there because I actually had a problem with a guy before. What he was doing was he would come on my live streams and just sit there, just like he wouldn't interact with anybody. He'd just be like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? You should go check out my channel, this and that," and just like start dropping his links in there. I'm like, bruh, I know exactly who it was, and I got in contact with him, and he got pretty pissed off about it. He got pretty pissed off about it because I called him out, and yeah, he was pretty upset about it. But that's when I disabled the link dropping in my video. So yeah, you're right, Wookie. My bad. Um, let's see. T- uh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Tommy's here. Tommy can do it. Tommy's awesome, but yeah, it's all good, man. Um, Yeah, and yeah, Tommy does rock, and Tommy does rock, and that's why I said I've got a package to get out to Tommy because Tommy's such a hardworking moderator that these people on Sunday when I did my anniversary live stream, they entered into the contest for him to win him a comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? So he got one. I've got to get sent out to him, and since he is the hardest working moderator on YouTube, we're gonna get that sent out to him, and maybe it'll be, I don't know, a little special. Um, Joe Lau, good morning. How are you doing this morning? I hope you're doing good. Um, I can't walk today. Attack had to go out. Had gout attack and was pretty bad. Says Tommy. Oh man, that sucks, man. Hope you get better, dude. Hope you get better. That doesn't sound very. That doesn't sound very fun. Mads Mama Bear, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing well. A bit congested, but great. Oh, yeah, that sucks. That's the worst. You know what you got to do? You know what? Just cardio. Just do a little bit of and your cardio is bad. You know what? Just go for maybe a jog, or if you have a bike, go for a bike ride just for like a half hour a day, every single day if you can, just a little bit something just to really get the blood pumping, and get the lungs working. A lot of that kind of stuff. I've found that just doing that keeps me from getting sick most of the time. It keeps me warm most of the time, like on a cold day like today. It's been nice and brisk here in the mornings. Just going out and getting a bike ride, and you walk outside, it's like, man, it's not even cold out here. So it helps with a lot of things. It helps with your circulation, all kind. Yeah, I'm not here to preach about that stuff right now. Um, let's see. Wookiee Supremacy says I might have to change my channel name again. Apparently, the second word is a big red flag for YouTube. Oh, supremacy. Yeah, could be. I don't know, but yeah, I guess that does make sense. Weird stuff, man. YouTube's weird like that sometimes. Tommy says, I understand, but now I can't get my 60 minutes of Trinity. Arrgh! Oh, it's all good, man. I know you'll come back and rewatch and stuff, man. Hear me flap my gums. Plus, like I said, you're everywhere, bro. You're everywhere. Wookiee Supremacy says, is there a synonym for supremacy that has a more oppressive connotation? I don't think so. Domination? Yeah, domination. Wookiee domination doesn't sound right. Well, depends on who you are, I guess. Mads Mama Bear says, Trinity's showing off his nuts again. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I show them off all around town. Men and women alike love getting a good gander of my nuts. Dr. Doom walks into a gap. Fools, bring me your finest tactical, comfortable pants. Yes, it's exactly what he does. And you know what? I'm willing to bet that Dr. Doom goes to, I don't even know that Dr. Doom goes to Gap. He's probably like me and just goes to J.C. Penney's. You know what I'm saying? The heck with the Gap. That's too hipster for me. We got to go to J.C. Penney's. That's how fashionable we are. We shop for our cargo pants and cargo shorts at J.C. Penney's. Wookiee Supreme says, Trent is so late on the convo. Yeah, I'm a bit behind. It's because you didn't send in super chats for me to read. That's the only ones I want to read. United Comics Universe says, nice gift basket. I have to go now. I have to get back to working on my video series. I love the live chat in the channel. We are comics. Yes, guys, go check out United Comics Universe. Good dude. Wookiee Supreme says, can I time you out? He says, I'm mad with power. Oh, that's funny. You guys are funny. So yeah, guys, Like I said, gonna probably cut this a little bit short here in the next 5 minutes or so. I got it. I did my comic book pull list wasn't very long. Wasn't very long. Believe me, my comic book pull list, my pull list, it's a pretty good size. So I've been told it's a pretty good size. You know what I'm saying? Um, sometimes me and my sometimes me and my wife, when we talk, when we're playing with my pull list, she says just the first issue. You know what I'm saying? Just the first issue. It should be safe if we just the first issue. Oh man, sorry, but yeah, I've had people look. I've been to the shop and people have seen my pull list and been like, you know what I'm saying? Like they give it a look. They give it a look the same way as they do my nuts. Hey, what can I say? But yeah, so yeah, tonight we're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have a very special guest. We're gonna have Snow Dub Music and Entertainment here on. Gonna Jenner check the whole live chat. We got plenty of good things we're gonna talk about tonight. And after the events of this week, I almost wish I was doing the show solo, but I have a feeling that just means that we're gonna have a long show tonight, and it's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna talk a little. We'll talk more about the Mandalorian. I'm sure we'll talk some more spoilers with myself and Snow Dub. We'll be talking about some of those kinds of things. Like I said, my comic book pull list was a little bit shorter this week, so I didn't get as much. So, I guess the introduction of the show where I usually talk about comic books, it won't be as much because, like I said, I think I got like 7 Marvel issues. I think there was like one, like 3 indies. I ended up getting everything. Shape of Elvira and what was it? Napoleon Dynamite issue number 2. So, I don't really have a whole lot of current issues or like indie books to talk about, and then I still have to get a few of my Marvel ones read as well. And it's just the kind of day it's going to be. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to get to those, but I do have plenty of things that we're going to talk about tonight, guys. It's going to be a great night tonight. I can guarantee you it's going to be off the chain because you know what? There's just some fans out there who are never happy. You know what I mean? And there's just some content creators out there who are just so focused on other content creators. You know what I'm saying? And I know you could probably easily say, you know what, Trinity? Well, you're talking about these other content creators. Content kind of puts you in that same boat, and yes, it sure does, but not in the same way. Not in the same way. And you guys know that. You guys have been here watching the videos and stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't wait to see you guys tonight on the Trailer Park Live. Again, that's at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have Snow Dub Music and Entertainment here. It's going to be a very good night as we get into some of the things that have kind of happened throughout the week. A lot of stuff happening this week. Chris Coran says, nice shirt, man. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. My father is a Marine, so yeah, do what I can to honor him whenever I can. So yeah, thank you, and thank you for being here, Chris Coran. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys. Like I said, that's what we will have going on tonight on the Trailer Park Live. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short here in the next few minutes. Like I said, I've got some other videos planned that I want to do. I've been working on some theories that I have for the upcoming some of the Disney Plus series. As far as I've got a Captain Marvel video that I've been wanting to work on. As far as the MCU, I've got a Doctor Strange and WandaVision and Loki series theory that I've been wanting to work on, as well as an Ant-Man theory for Ant-Man 3. But you know what? Some other things have come to light recently that kind of made me think, especially with the releasing of that Black Widow trailer, I've got some other theories going on with that, and some of them actually all end up tying in to a bunch of these other theories that I have with things going on out there. So it really kind of sucks because I end up losing sleep over this kind of stuff because like these things just start brewing in my mind, and I just start thinking about them, and then I can't stop thinking about them, and then I can't switch it off. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's good to get and sit down and make videos and talk about some of these things. Because a lot of, like I said, when I started this channel, I started off wanting to do like like the whole plot leak thing, but then I realized like all these plot leaks are just done by people on Reddit and 4chan and stuff like that, and people here on YouTube pretty much just go out there and regurgitate them. Where I decided, you know what, it's not about that, it's about theories, and I just want to present theories that I have upcoming for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's what I've got brewing in my head here over just this past week, ever since we got that Black Widow trailer. Just a whole lot of things that I want to put out there. For one, there was something else. Speaking of which, there was something else. Aside from the Black Widow trailer and some of the questions that I've posed to you guys this week about is Black Widow a prequel? Is it really a prequel? Who said it was a prequel? You know what I mean? Who said it was a prequel? And who said it's an origin story? It might not even be an origin story. It kind of doesn't look like that. I mean, she's not a young girl throughout the whole movie, because that's what her origins would be. It was really when she was a young girl, where she was found and basically trained in the Red Room and some of that kind of stuff when she was younger. I mean, she was a little kid when that happened. So I mean, and she alluded to that even in the Avengers Endgame. Remember, Hulk says to her, "Is like, hey, I didn't know that that the little spies or whatever started that young." And she looks at him and says, "I did." So we know that, and plus, if you know anything about the comics, I mean, she was taken at a young age anyway, when she was trained in the Red Room. So there's that. So obviously, it's not really an origin story, and I honestly don't think it's even a prequel story. I think it's probably taking place currently in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I have reasons that I have for believing that. But then something else occurred to me. Something else occurred to me the other day. I was watching. I was watching young Ripper 59's video, and I think we were just in there. He was just in there talking about different stuff like upcoming with like the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the shows and all of these kinds of things. And one thing that I realized, because I think he was talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. We were talking about Sam Wilson becoming Captain America and stuff like that. He was talking about, and I'm like, yes, like me for one, I want to see that for several different reasons, not necessarily because like I just want to see that, but there's several different reasons that I've got for wanting to see that. But one of them is we see that Steve Rogers passed on the shield to Sam Wilson, but that doesn't necessarily make him Captain America. You know what I mean? That doesn't make him Captain America, and we know that they're actually getting ready to bring in U.S. agent who is John. I all of a sudden lost his name, but they're getting ready to bring him in. That's the I can't remember the actor's name who's playing him as well. And no, it's not John Bernthal, but they're getting ready to bring him in to to play U.S. agent, and they've apparently announced some other actor who's going to be like Starfire, Starburst, or whatever, Sunburst, his sidekick, which was basically his sidekick, U.S. agent sidekick, like Bucky was to Steve Rogers, into the series apparently as well. But the one thing that we're all assuming, and we've all talked about, and this is large, like even I've done it too, is we're all talking about this being, Sam Wilson taking up the shield and taking on the mantle of Captain America. But then, like, the show's not called Captain America and Winter Soldier. It's not called anything like that. It's called Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? So maybe we don't ever actually see him become Captain America and like till the very end of the series, and maybe it's just all about him going out and doing his Falcon thing, and then all of this kind of happens at the same time as he's carrying the shield and all of these kinds of things. Maybe it's like one of those things where the media is saying, "Oh, he's the new Captain America," kind of like they were doing in Spider-Man: Far From Home with Peter Parker saying, "Oh, hey, are you taking the place of Tony Stark? Are you the next Tony Stark?" And la 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 la. Maybe it all has to do with something exactly like that. I don't know. Just some theories that I could throw out there. Cecil's video of the Brie Larson workout went viral. Okay, I didn't see that. Man's mom says, so apparently we're going to see Santa. What? I must have missed something here. Wookie Supreme says, I had a stroke. Oh, extra cash goes towards my vices. Oh yeah, hey, I get it. I would never have enough for my vices, right? Let's see. I would need at least 100 a month for the stuff I would like to get. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. So apparently we're going to see Santa. Oh no, what I meant. Where? We're gonna see Santa? Oh, we might see Santa tonight. Let me tell you. Yeah, Santa Claus might show up. Wookie Supremacy says, I never liked putting my little girl on the lap on the lap of some greasy mall Santa. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're gonna see Santa at the mall today. Okay, with take the little bears or take the cubs to see Santa. Nice. Yeah, the greasy mall Santa. The kid is probably, he's probably had a bunch of kids sitting on his lap and just all kind of, yeah, yeah. Blech. No. Did you watch Agent Carter? Aggressively relaxing. I did watch Agent Carter. I watched every single one of those episodes as they were premiering when they were out on ABC and everything. I haven't watched them since they've been on Disney Plus, but I liked that series. But I'm one of those people. I like the Agents of Shield too, and I don't like many of the TV shows out there, but I did like Agents of Shield. But yeah, I do. I did watch Agent Carter. I like Agent Carter. I like, for one, I like the character. You know how they've had her in the MCU. Plus Haley Atwell. I mean, she's a beautiful lady as well, man. And she's playing her playing Peggy Carter. I mean, I don't know. It just works. I like her. I like her in that role. It's a shame that we don't get to see more of her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, I do. I do like the Agent Carter stuff. Very good stuff. And that's what I liked about Avengers Endgame when they had that somewhat of a deep cut for people who don't know or never followed the series by having Jarvis in there. You know, the guy who was playing Jarvis in the TV show was there in Avengers Endgame. Like when I seen that, I was like, oh dang, you know. And it seems like when I went to see it at the theater, it seemed like not a whole lot of people really like responded to that or anything. I was kind of looking around like I'm like, no, dude, that's freaking Jarvis. But Tommy says I remember seeing Darth Vader and Spider-Man in malls when I was a kid. Got photos with him too. Sweet. Yeah, well, I live very not far from LA, like about an hour away from Sunset, so I can always go down to like Hollywood Boulevard and stuff like that, and just take pictures with all the sweaty Darth Vaders and Spider Mans down there. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for the morning movie chat today. Again, if you didn't get a chance to watch The Mandalorian, don't worry if you go back and watch this video. We didn't spoil anything. It's kind of talked about the show a little bit. I like the show. This latest episode was pretty good. It's not the best. It's not the best one, but I thought it was a good transition as we move here. We're moving right along basically through Act 2 of the TV show, getting ready to hit Act 3. Very decent episode, once again, directed by Dave Filoni. Plenty of cool things happening in this episode as well. You know, we always get these like little kind of like Easter eggs and things, you know, just like planted in each one of these episodes, kind of building and stuff. But you know what, we need a lot of closure here in these last few episodes. We've got 3 episodes left, and there's a whole lot of stuff that's got to happen in this series by the time it ends. I don't know. Just maybe, you know, if you ask me, I think there is still a whole lot of things that need to be wrapped up. But that's all I have for the morning movie chat this morning, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell and all of that good stuff, because that's going to let you know that we're going live at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight on the Trailer Park Live with Snow Dub Music and Entertainment, and we're going to have a whole lot of things to talk about, guys. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tonight on the Trailer Park Live. Later.